All right, game week 5, another 35 points. G, please take us through your misery, dog. Give us a review of your game week. What were your regrets? What were your, at least?
Right, yeah. I must say, for me, game week 5 was shit. There's no pushing around the bush. If the global average is 44, I get 35. I'm under that. That's crap. But it just goes to show that it wasn't the best scoring game week. I mean, if you look at game week 3, the global average was like 72. So for me, this game week was absolutely shite. My 2 transfers that are brought in, hoping that they will spark some magic. Your Romero, Darwin Nunez. Romero, okay, he played, but obviously, as we saw with Spurs, Sheffield kind of gave him a run for their money. With Darwin, I'm really, really, really disappointed and hacked. And what pisses me off the most is that even before that game, I was said, yeah, things have been hectic. I haven't even seen my South American players.
Can I say?
I knew it from there that.
Yeah, because you're not. Oh, he's breaking up
on the bench, bro. Like, So, in terms of Brighton, with my prediction from the previous interaction, they were playing against Man United. They did exactly what I expected. I was just disappointed that Estupinian was not playing. And then for some odd reason, FPL they've got this weird thing where if a player is not playing, right? And then at the end of the game week, they will replace him with a defender that's on your bench, okay? And I was like, okay, Gabriel was on my bench. I was like, Gabriel, 5 points. Yeah, give me the 5 points. And then to my surprise, they put Bell in the team. That freaking hacked me even more, bro.
No, let me help you. Let me help you out there.
Sure.
So what they do for the viewers out there, what they do is, we'll start with the defense. In the case of a defense, when you've got 3 defenders, right? They will, and one of them doesn't play, they will take the first defender off your bench. So when I looked at your team, I knew Bell was first. I was like, this guy didn't organize his defense, his bench. They will take the first defender.
Wait. Clarify for me. First from the left or first from the right?
First from the left.
Because
first from the left.
First from the left.
Yes, first from the left. So Wissa was a striker, but now you can't play 2 defenders in the back, so they had to take the first defender on your bench. So the first defender was Bell, because Gabriel was last. So if you want Gabriel to go first, then you should have had Gabriel there. But even in the context of the entire team, right? If, say, Odegaard didn't play, right? They'll take the first player on the left, right?
Well,
so they would have, no, not attacking player, the first player on the left. So if you had Gabriel on the left, they would have, on the left, they would have taken Gabriel. That's why I had to explain to you about the defense first and then the entire team. If you've got 3 in the back, they will, and your defender doesn't play, you always have to have 3 defenders. So they'll take the first defender. They'll never take your striker. If all 3 of your defenders if 2 of your defenders don't play right now, then one of, like they did, one of them, they won't put a striker and you have just 2 defenders. They won't. If you have 4 defenders and 1 doesn't play, and your first player on the left is Wissa, they would drop that defender and put Wissa in, because why? You will still have 3 defenders. So all is organized.
That is clear. Fair enough. You are forever giving me advice, and I never take it. But this, thank you very much. This is very clear, and I will note it. So to all other managers as well, this is the first time Kat has actually said something that makes sense.
Anyway,
this was my team, gents. 35 points, nothing to take home, but a lot of lessons. A lot of lessons. We live to learn. Still game week 5. Obviously, I kind of dropped into the various Premier Leagues, and I'm sure a lot of managers are going through the same frustration. It's what it is, eh? You just gotta suck up, accept it, and we move on.
Yeah, look, what?
All I'm gonna say about your team, right? Now, if you remember on the last episode, I spoke about during the international break, especially South American players, how when they have to travel back, it takes a lot out of them. Now, the reports were saying that with Darwin Nunez in the second game, which was they played at high altitude, so they literally had to take him off in the second half. I mean, beginning of the second half.
Beginning of the second half, yeah.
So because beginning of the second half. So now because of that, like literally, I did not think that he was gonna make it. So to all the managers out there, you can learn something from this going into the next international break, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. So think harder and carefully about your players you're going to put in your starting 11 next time. You say, you know what, these guys just came from an international break. You know, check at their schedules. How hectic was it? You most likely, more often than not, you know, and these guys don't start the games or don't finish the games. So, like with Darwin and like Estupinian. So, I mean, with Brighton, they were playing a big game, a really big game, but they didn't play it. So it just goes to show that after international break, it's
yeah. Well, I mean, it's
always get two big FPL players that don't play, especially those South American.
Yeah, I mean, with Estupinian, it's one thing him. Like, not even, he wasn't even on the bench, bro. He wasn't even in the team. When I saw that lineup, I was like, OMG, this is going to be a shit show. And I won't lie.
I saw that. I knew our managers are going to go crazy. They're like, they were going to panic.
Yeah.
And especially like in everybody, most of the guys or managers have weak defenders on their bench. You know, people like Bell and so forth. So I knew that it was going to be a low goal scoring game week because of that, and then the rest is history basically. So it is what it is. So, but lesson learned, and hopefully in the next after the next international break, you take that into consideration, because trust me, over the past couple of years, I learned that the hard way. So I'm guessing you have too.
No, 100%. I mean, that's why I'm sharing this frustration, and better yet, now at least I'm gonna walk away this game week knowing exactly what I did wrong, and going forward, best believe I won't be making the same mistake again.
So with staying on the Liverpool thing, I think I see Darwin. Yeah, this week you will say it was a bad pick, but it's not a bad pick. You just didn't know. You're trying to predict at the same time. I think you just missed that information by not keeping your ear on the ground, really. Because I also started hearing reports before the game that, hey, this guy, also came back late and stuff like that. But are you looking to bring Liverpool assets in slowly, considering that they having a good game week from game week 9? Is there anybody else looking to bring in? Like, is there a road to Mo Salah or something?
I think for now, like I did mention in game week 4 that after game week 9, I'm definitely targeting West Ham. For me, West Ham and Newcastle are the teams that I'm looking at. Not necessarily Liverpool. I don't think I'll be bringing in anyone, unless obviously how football is. Things change over a game week. So not necessarily looking at any additional Liverpool players, but I am looking at West Ham, Newcastle. There is some key assets in those teams that have been picking up their hands and chipping in terms of FPL points.
Okay. You really are the unorthodox manager. Tends to go for like left players.
Yeah, man, that's how you win it. I mean, if you look at the guy who decided to top our table, he brought in some screamers of players.
No, look, to be honest, what? Neto is he's a random pick, but he's not a bad pick in the sense of he's actually created the most chances in FPL this season so far. He's clearly looking at the stats. So, when I saw that, I was like, we might have a player on our hand here. But remember, guys, you can't let anybody win our league.
You won't win the league in game week 5, bro.
No, he won't. He won't. He won't.
No,
He won't. He won't. Not a chance. Not a
Not a
chance.
chance.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance.
I mean, you can have bragging rights. Hey, I was able to sit on the chair. You should ask people who sat on the chair for like, what, 60, 70, 80% of the season, Mr. Arsenal. You know very well that, hey, bro, you can't just...
Sorry about the mic. Yeah, no, things to change. Which also should tell you that, like, no matter how far you think you are, people can catch up to you, you know? So, yeah, guys, don't get ahead of yourselves. Okay, cool, man. Guys, you know what to do. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.